Nuremberg quick review. I will not lie, this is a movie that in 2025 I was very eager to see. As somebody that teaches the content, wants to learn more about the content, this was already high on my list in 2025. Now, going into this, I really didn't know the direction of the movie and where they were going to go with it. And we're going to discuss that in just a second. But first, I think it is important to point out that Russell Crowe and Rami Malek put on a stellar performance. Taking on the role of Herman Goring and Douglas Kelly, we are getting to see the relationship between a psychiatrist in the military and Hitler's second in command. And what we see is this relationship that builds, but also the egos that are involved throughout that relationship. Now, as this film goes on, they do a good job of not jumping into the trial right away. We are getting this weird scene at the beginning that sets it all up, which it ultimately makes sense. We get to see the prisoners that were captured, the leaders of the German army, how they are treated, what their whole process is like. We then get to see the rebuilding of a court to ultimately the decision whether or not a trial will take place. And then we get the trial. And that is where this film begins to pick up. You get to see a lot of the dialogue, and it makes you buy into what you are seeing on the screen because this is a trial and a whole court system that a lot of people don't understand. This whole trial ultimately led to the establishment of the United Nations, the International Criminal Court. And so I think there's a lot of things that need to be shown in this movie, and they do a good job. However, I have to point out, some of the dialogue at the beginning is very uncomfortable when they are trying to make it lighthearted or saying things in a joking fashion. In a sense, a film like this cannot be told in a fashion of joking and trying to make it feel lighthearted. And then finally, I think another part that really struggles is the trial between the Supreme Court Justice and Goring while he is on the stand. It just does not work. Ultimately, this movie, though, is it worth a watch? Yes. Does it have its flaws? Yes. But this is a movie that if you are a history fan, is the way a history movie should be told. It flowed very well. It made sense. It all came together and did not feel as if you were watching a documentary style movie.